whenever these kids, suppose teacher said something, mother saying something, teacher is wrong. At that moment, they don't even listen to the mother. They will say, my teacher is correct. So this is called concrete level. So here, from his prospect, teacher is always correct. So they will only trust the teacher. They don't say, okay, mother, someone is saying also, no, my teacher is correct. So you are telling wrong. They don't even listen to the people. So these are all concrete level learning. That's the reason it's very difficult to convince a kid, any boy, any girl. Okay, they will say, suppose if the teacher is wrong also, next day they will ask the teacher. Again, she said, this is correct. And then only they will come back and they will say, yeah, you are right. But before that, no, they don't accept. This is called concrete level. Identity level. Identity level, actually here, in concrete level, they need some kind of image to agree. See here, suppose if the kid is telling my classmate staying in the same building, okay, whenever he went there and he saw everything like images, then only he will trust. In identity level, actually here, sensory motor development will be there. Okay, here for example, image of two triangle against a concrete level image and generalize that the forms are the same. The same it will also become two discriminate either more properties of the triangle. See here in identity level, suppose if you are saying like two triangles are same position, okay, any circle also. Here they don't agree. Again, they need to see the image. Yeah, here we can take this example. Suppose if mother is saying so-and-so person belongs to so-and-so family like that. Here, whenever he went there and saw the person, means they need a proof, identity. Then only they will agree. See, kids, and one more thing, whenever you are saying something, suppose you said, okay, red signal is there, whenever red signal is there, you have to stop the vehicle. Okay, suppose if there is no traffic, if father or mother crossing the red signal, they don't accept. See here, what is their identity? Whenever the red signal is there, we need to stop the car. Immediately, this boy will question in front of everyone also. How could you do this? See, this is called identity level. Means what is their identity? My mom said so and so thing. So that's it. They don't see. Again, they need a proof. If you want to convince them, yes. For them, it's very big, this thing, headache. They don't trust it. That means whatever they are learning, that's the reason. Actually, whenever kids after 10th class, whenever they're seeing the real world, whenever they're facing on their own feet, and yeah, they have a lot of conflicts between them. Mother will say something, teachers will say something, society is completely different. Actually, it happens with the bookish people. So they can't understand others, why people will say lies. See, mana Telugulo antaru lokajnanam ledu vilki ani. It's not that. Whatever they are reading, they are thinking the world is like that. For them, it takes time to accept the thing. See here, bookish world and the real world is completely different. Here, the humans, they need to build a bridge between these two things. Otherwise, the gap is like that. That's the reason most of the time, whenever the people are into the bookish, they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to manage the people. They don't know how to tell lies immediately. See, they might be white lies, but simple. They don't know. They will say this is this, like this. Identity level means, see here, the cognitive learning and development. Whatever the cognition they are developing, yes, actually, most of the time it's generalized. Okay, sometimes see if the kid learn like don't like. So whenever the father is saying, see, whenever he's at home, suppose someone is called from his office, he will say, I'm on the way. So immediately the kid will ask the father, how come you said you are at home? You said don't lie, then you are lying. Actually, even sometimes kids, they will screw up the relations. Like they will say, don't tell anybody. Means they will ask in front of the person. Whenever the person is coming, they will ask, no, you said, no, don't tell in front of this auntie, na. So I don't want to tell. See, immediately they will reveal everything, but they will say, you said, no, don't say it. So I'm not telling, like that. So here, whatever the learning is happening, yes, we need to see what kind of things they are learning. Next, classification level. In classification level, first example is actually here, children form many concepts from the beginning of classification. Okay, first grade, possibly they acquired like labels, attributes. Okay, not only that, in sometimes, yeah, they do learn like, see, here, whatever the image they are forming, okay, they have that label, they will create that label. Suppose one friend, he plays very nicely in the ground, like football or volleyball, something, whatever the game. Okay, suppose every time he's getting good marks in maths. Okay, suddenly if he didn't get the marks the way it is, again here they have that mindset. This boy is very clever in so and so subject. They always think like that. Even they, whenever they form the attributes also. Okay, they're thinking mother is good, father is very angry person. Suppose if the characteristics changes up down the line also over the period of time, they don't accept. Here they classified like this. My mom always loves my brother, elder brother, younger sister. That's the reason whenever we are with the kids, if they are forming some kind of a things like attributes or attitude towards the people, we need to cross check, we need to explain then there itself. Or else what will happen? They will classify and they behave like that only. Suppose, yeah, I can give you an example. If any kid like second class, third class, if they're not good at maths, okay, if the mother is telling to everyone, this fellow will do everything good, but he can't do maths. So this thing he will frame in his mind. So the whole life he never ever what do you call focus on the maths. He will think himself, no, he can't do that with the maths. So like that he will classify himself. He will recognize. So these things to come out of these things it takes more time. Next, the formal level. In the beginning of actually here what will happen in the formal level, here they discriminate, okay, defining the particular concept. Actually, suppose if they are saying the concept of tree, how tree looks. Suppose here the parent, see, actually I'll tell you a small example. Suppose if you said name big tree is a tree. Okay, whenever they are seeing the small tree, name also, small tree also, like small plant also, they will call it as a tree only. Okay, by here what they have done, how they are learning, they form a one level like. See, here for them, it's very difficult to accept that. Why you are calling neem as a tree? Again, why you are calling whenever it is small plant? So these kind of questions they will ask at this level. Yeah, once they understand, see here we need to explain the attributes of tree, how it's growing and what are the stages. Okay. Yeah, whenever they're showing the small seed also, again they will question you. Like mango, whenever the full mango is there, mango, again you are calling it a seed. Okay, what is the difference? See, these are the minute things, but kids, they will question everything. So by questioning, they will understand and they will memorize. They'll form a system into their head. These are the things we need to understand like that. Okay, any doubts here? Next, we are going to discuss about the features of a cognitive development. What is numbers? What is the importance of numbers? Anybody? It's very easy question. See, whenever kids are learning numbers, will they use any kind of logic?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of logic will they use?
On their fingers, madam.
I didn't get you. Come again.
Yes, sir.
See, infants appear to have two systems for dealing with the numbers. One deals with the small numbers. Okay, they often subsidize the another deal with the large numbers. See here, whenever kids are learning, for them, learning the single digit number is very easy. After that, they feel like, oh my God, okay, what is this 19, 20, 21? Immediately, see, you are calling it as 9. Okay, how come it become 19? Again, why you are calling 29? These questions, they will rise at the time of learning. Okay, here, they will question like, after once they learn the approximate things like the logic, okay, for them it's very easy to learn. That's the reason for kindergarten teachers, they will explain the logic of that. That's the reason once they learn nine numbers, for them it's very easy to learn up to 100. After that, yeah, there is no need to learn. They can follow the trend like the way they are doing. Space. Very young children appear to have some skills in navigation. Okay, someone can read for me. Hello. Someone asked.
Very young children appear to have some skill in navigation. This basic ability to infer the direction and distance of unseen locations develops in ways that are not entirely clear. However, there is some evidence that it involves the development of complex language skills between 3 and 5 years. Also, there is evidence that this skill depends importantly on visual experience, because cognitively blind individuals have been found to have impaired abilities to infer new paths between familiar locations. Later in life, adults can use language and symbols, that is, for example, maps, to reason about information. When an adult's ability to process language is engaged in other tasks, they reason in different ways.
See here, what they will develop, the complex of language skills develops between 3 and 5 years. Okay, whenever they are seeing the locations, okay, they develops in a way, they develop on their own their skills. Like, see, suppose if you are giving some money, go and get something from the shop. Okay, here mother will give all kind of directions to the kid. Okay, cross this road, opposite. Okay, here they will remember the navigations completely depends on their skills. See, few people, even at the age of 50, 30, 60 also, they can't remember the locations very easily. Few people, yes, they have that kind of a skill. They can remember very nicely. So this is completely depends on the person to person. Even the visual perception also. Okay, whatever they are seeing, okay, the children less than 72 hours old can perceive such complex things. Okay, here, whenever they are seeing some visual experience, they can remember up to 72 hours. See here, whenever the children is what do you call, observing and addressing something like visual things, see here, they will connect the dots. Suppose if you are explaining some tiger, okay, immediately the kid will ask how the tiger looks. Okay, they will image. See, whenever the visual perception you are explaining, there's a reason whenever they are telling the stories, they have that kind of imagination power. They will remember the story very nicely. Okay, sometimes they remember the story for their lifetime. Actually, I think you people know the movie like Charlie. Now it's like Mara. Madhavan is the hero. Actually, that young girl at the age of 5 and 7, she will remember the story and she will search for that person the whole life. Okay, here, because of that visual perception. Okay, whenever the lady is telling the story, she visualized, she remembered the story. It's completely into her heart, like she's such a. See, the way she visualized, she will see everything. Like, that is called visual perception. Actually, whenever there's a reason in olden days, like grandfathers and grandmothers, they used to tell stories. Nowadays, also a lot of children's stories are there, even bedtime stories. Okay, yeah. Actually, in India right now we don't have, but in other countries, they have clubs, children's story clubs. If you are seeing in the weekend, okay, most of the kids they will stay there and they will read the stories. They will listen the stories. Storytelling is a actually I can say it's like one kind of a profession there. Children's stories, especially. Okay, the way you are telling the story, they have that visual perception more. They will think more. They will visualize more. They will connect the dots. Okay, language acquisition. Yeah, whatever you are doing, like the syntax, semantics, phonology, everything it comes under knowledge, language acquisition only. See here, many people they will use different tribes to learn the language. Okay, so what are the how the tradition you are using is completely different from person to person. Actually, these things are not that important concepts. Mental construction, the concrete abstract concept, it won't come in the exam. Yeah, but still, if you need something, I can explain you. Otherwise, someone can read. Who wants to read? Satyanarayana. Yeah, read. Sindri, cinema, Talli, Mariyu, Bidaki.
Concepts as mental constructs are the critical component of a maturing individual's continuously changing, enlarging cognitive structure. When considered from a learning point of view, over short time periods, a person's concepts provide the basis for interpreting and organizing incoming information and also for forming principles and other complex relations among concepts. Maturing individuals attain concepts according to their unique informal and formal learning experiences and their maturational patterns. The word concept not only degenerate mental constructs of individuals, but also the meanings of words and other symbols accepted by social groups who speak the same language.
Yeah, here, whenever this cognitive structure is forming, okay, whatever the points they're learning over the short-term periods or long-term periods, so here they will form a concept, mental construction. See, even whenever kids they are learning, okay, this community they will speak this language, okay, this kind of words they will use. Suppose even kids, see, sometimes yes, kids they do use abusive language because they might be learned somewhere like from parents or someone in the society. We don't know. Okay, but immediately if the word is coming out of their mouth, immediately they have that cognition. Oh my God, I used the wrong word. See, means they will think that I didn't use appropriate word. Okay, they have that mental construction like these things is not accepted by the peer group, these things not accepted by the social group, this is not the proper way to speak to my mom, this is not the proper way to behave. So the everything they will learn at this stage only. That's the reason here the society, the school, the environment, even the parents, they play a role whenever kids are learning, the cognition is developing. Okay, next, concrete and abstract concepts. See here, whatever they are learning, like attributes such as animals, swimming, colors, concrete. See, these things, they directly pursue most of the time imagination also. See, suppose if you are saying swimming, okay, immediately they will remember the pond and they will form the kind of accept, like concepts into their mind. Okay, even the concepts and words. Okay, when words are spoken, the boundaries are less clearly marked. See here, sometimes, yeah, unspoken language is there. Okay, sometimes means unspoken language. Anybody can explain what is this unspoken language? See, spoken language we know. What is this unspoken?
The gestures, man.
Gestures. Not only that, mother's facial expressions, even the family atmosphere. Okay, whenever the kid is coming from the school or outside from the playground, okay, the atmosphere is very serious. At that moment, he never ever demands. Okay, here, these kids, they will understand the unspoken language. Not only that, they will understand the environment. They will understand everything, the whatever the major content is there. Okay, they will understand the feelings of the parents, and if they are seeing 10 people are around, okay, even they do understand if the atmosphere is very light, okay, everyone is chilling, yes, then they will come across with their demands, what they want. Suppose you can see whenever kids are attending a function, at that moment, they have a lot of demands. I want this, I want to wear only this dress. While going, I want chocolate, nice ice cream, something like that, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they always have demands. Suppose that they are going to any kind of place, the location, different location, then they don't say any demands. They have like excitement, and not only that, enthusiasm is more. They will ask too many questions. Who all are there? How will, means they're busy in the packing, and they will understand what is the function, means everything. See here, they understand the concept. They do understand the words. Sometimes this unspoken words also. Not only that, they filter. This atmosphere is happy. This atmosphere is sad. Actually, irrespective of the elder people, sometimes they even laugh at the time of funerals. But kids now, they don't demand. If they're feeling hungry also, slowly they will go to mom's place and slowly they will ask. Whatever she is giving at that moment, without having any questions, they will eat. See, are we telling anything? This is the thing you have to do? No, they do understand. They do understand the concept, and they filter themselves and they accept the situation. And yeah, that's it. Induction and concept change. A child who learns a concept such as a dog. Actually, this thing we already discussed in the previous class. Okay, suppose whenever they are seeing the dog character in a similar way, like a cat or something also, they will call it as a dog only. And then you need to educate the kid. Okay, dog is like this, cat is like this. It seems to be like, what are the things you have to address and you need to understand. So this is called induction and concept change. Even, yeah, sometimes fox and dog, it's one and the same. Even the big elephant and small elephant. Okay, again, they will ask the same thing. Cow and ox. Okay, these are the differentials are there. Yes, once they understand, yes. Till that moment, they whatever the concept they have, they will think about that. Next, we are going to discuss about the Pious views on cognitive development. Here, someone can read.
May I, ma'am?
Yeah.
Children continue to advance the skills in observing and interacting with the world around them. They also make tremendous leaps in how they process, store, and use information. According to Piaget, children in the pre-operational stage of development build on skills learned and mastered during the sensor-motor stage. During this stage, young children's play becomes increasingly imaginary and filled with fantasies. As children develop cognitively, their play will move from simple make-believe to plots involving more characters and scenarios, games with sophisticated rules, etc. According to Piaget, playing isn't just fun, it's an important part of brain development. Should I continue, ma'am?
No. Stop. Thank you. See here. Suppose we discussed in the previous concept. What is this concept? Concepts and words. Suppose if you are saying we are going to so-and-so place, okay? Immediately they will remember the grandma face, who all are there. They will remember the location. Okay, suppose if you are saying like a play school, they will remember the things. Even suppose if you are giving a chance to them, they have an ability to draw the sketch also. That's the reason in play school, not only play schools, first years, first class, second class, third class, people, they always focus on the drawing pictures. Okay, suppose if you started telling some story, they will try to draw something. See here, it completely depends on the person to person. But here, as per the Pigot, they have a skill to develop their cognitive skills like drawing, okay, even the storytelling, okay. It's completely depends on the person to person. But here they have that mental ability, even whatever the conversation you are telling, they can transform into a story. Okay. Suppose whenever they finish the summer holidays, whenever they finish their vacation, once they are back to home, they will tell to their friends. It's everything like a cinema kind of a story. They will add some kind of masala. They will say, something like that. Their expressions will change. Okay, whatever the things it happens in their place, they will create a nice and a moralist story and they will tell. This is their cognition development. These are all their skills of cognitive. Okay, here we need to understand. Not only that, suppose if you are giving a clay to the kid, okay, you ask him to make a round only for 1 inch, they will do it nicely. Okay, here whatever, actually they understand the real knowledge, and they do understand whatever the abilities, whatever the mask they are preparing. See how people will tell the stories, even the kids also. One big village. Actually, village means small, but here, if more than 100, 200 houses, they will think that it's a big village. Okay, they don't even know the number of houses, but they always explain like that. So here, the kids are egocentrism. Okay, but here, whenever they are doing something, they are telling some story or painting or drawing, whatever, they will connect with the day-to-day situations, and um, they even connect with the connect to the world. Okay, here they do even develop the quality of animism. Okay, whatever the children they're imagined like animals and all, they will explain, they will understand. See, depends on their understanding level only they will draw. Yeah, actually I know one thing, like whenever people are asking to draw a goat at the age of second or third year, they will draw the goat like a dog only. Okay, here again, we need to sit with the kid, explain what's the difference between the goat and the dog. It's actually, if you're seeing, these two images are one and the same. Like, we don't, means from their concept, no. And here, whatever the Pious saying, between 4 to 7 years. Okay, here, kids, they have the quality of developing a intuitive. Okay, their intuitions levels are very, very high. And not only that, here the imaginary power is also too good. See, even the small kids like 4 and 5 years, even the 6 years also, if they're seeing any, what do you call, the beggar on the road, without telling the parents, sometimes they will give their food to them, the lunch box, okay, whatever, if they're having biscuit, they will give. Even if you're seeing the kids, they will share their biscuits with the street dogs, small dogs also. Here they understand the world better than us. Not only that, their intuition is saying these people means they are feeling hungry. Okay, and even at the age of 4 to 7 years, they will ask so many questions like why, what is that, how it's happening, what's the reason. Here, most of the time, parents sometimes yes, they may answer. Sometimes you are a kid, don't ask me. But here they have a lot of doubts. Then they need a lot of clarification. Suppose if you are not addressing their questions, they will keep their questions in their mind. Yeah, nowadays kids after 5 years, 6 years, they started Googling. They will ask Google Mata ki jai. What are the questions they have? They will ask the Google. So here they are forming the characteristics at this stage. They do have the logical and thinking abilities. Okay, at this stage they develop by all means. They are understanding the world, and they started comparing with their world with the other's world. So here we need to understand them. And yeah, sometimes people have a lot of maturity. Actually, who is telling them mother is, suppose if any fighting is happening, okay, some kind of disturbance is there, that anybody can understand. But why at that moment they will keep quiet? Are they telling anything like parents, me and dad are fighting with each other, so don't make any noise? Are they telling to them? No. How they are understanding? Because they can understand the things. Not only that, whenever the elder people are not feeling well, even the younger one not feeling well, they don't make such noise. They will keep quiet. They will try to adjust the things the way it's possible. Okay, this is all about your Pious use on cognitive development. Now we will discuss about the moral and social development in childhood. Okay, anybody can explain me what is moral? People will say moral, moral and all. What is that?
The values, ma'am, that we learn.
Okay. Next. How morals will form? Is there any environment effect will be there?
Definitely, madam. Environment will have its
Yes,
own.
ma'am.
See how kids will form the morals.
They emulate their adults, elderly people.
Observing their parents,
Observing parents. Next,
then their peer group.
peer group, yes.
They're repeating their peer group words or their parent words immediately and spontaneously, madam, regularly.
Actually, Mr. Freud always tells, like whenever people are developing, like specifically these kids, they will connect with the peer group, like parents, neighbors, grandparents. Okay, from them they will learn and they will form their own morals. Suppose if my father is telling, "Hey, don't lie, don't lie," okay, he always telling, "I'm not here, I'm not here, I'm doing this, I will come by on time." He'll be here only, but see how what kind of things they may learn from the father. He can't learn any kind of moral, right? He may think that, okay, I'm a, what you call, white lies, like I'm managing. That is not managing from the kid prospect. He's telling lies. So immediately, whenever the kid is doing something, if the father is questioned, immediately the kid will question the father. Why you did? Why are you telling me? You did the same thing, I'm doing the same. How can you question me? So these things, the moral and social development in childhood, actually they will learn from the parents. The first teacher is only the parents. Next, yes, there's a reason. Suppose if mother is telling lies or father is telling lies, kid have that automatic habit. They don't feel if they are saying something wrong. If they're hurting someone else, they don't feel. Why means they have that habit. Even the language. Suppose if parents are speaking very smoothly, nicely, in appropriate words, smoothly, kid will do the same thing. Suppose if parents are even at home, they're speaking very rudely with louder voice. Yes, for them, kids, they do the same thing. For them, it's nothing wrong. So they follow the same thing. See how they will develop the emotional qualities at this stage. Anybody can answer. Hello. How they develop the emotions. Any kind of emotions at this age. Emotional thinking, emotional process. How will they develop? See, we discussed about the thinking and other things in the previous class, cognitive development. Now we are going to learn about the moral. Whenever the moral is coming, yes, we do give importance of emotions. Okay. Suppose someone is hurting someone badly. Is that moral? The physical abuse? Do we have any right? No, right?
No,
No.
No. Even the verbal abuse?
no, madam.
No, ma'am.
So here, these are all comes under emotions. How the kid will develop?
By seeing all those,
By seeing all those means?
like
That will be
hurting others and hearing
negative
abusive words,
impact will be there.
Okay.
like observing
By observing,
and
yes.
the other's behavior.
Okay. See here, whenever kids, we are talking about kids, we have a social learning theory. See, kids, every time they observe. See, actually, when compared to Andhra and Telangana and some other states, Bihar and Chhattisgarh and other states, they have a lot of crime towards the women. They don't give any kind of respect, even the Bihar. Okay, why means here the society is teaching them like that. Okay, they hurt women more. Okay, whenever they are getting angry, they will hurt they will slap immediately the family member. If it is a female kid, if it is a wife, if it is a sister, It doesn't make any sense to them. First they will slap, then they will talk. Okay, here the kid is learning from them. So what kind of behavior you can expect from the kid? Same way, right? So here the morals, the ethics, whatever the behavior, cognitive development, everything, it forms from this childhood. Like most of the time, yes, it's from the parents and the peer group, next the society. Everyone plays a role. Okay, these are all cognitive development theories speaks about the general thinking abilities of a person in the society and the peer group. Actually, it impacts a lot on the kids. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the Kohlberg's views on social development in moral and social. Actually, Kohlberg built a Pious work to create his theory of stages of moral understanding. Based on his theory, the young children, okay, someone can read. Actually, he explains about the punishment and obedience theory. Yeah, you can read it, you can understand better. Who wants to read?
Myself, ma'am.
Yeah, you can.
According to Kohlberg, young children at this age base their morality on a punishment and obedience orientation. Much like Piaget, Kohlberg believed that young children behave morally because they fear authority and try to avoid punishment. In other words, little kids follow the rules because they don't want to get in trouble. It's too much to expect preschool aged children to automatically do the right thing. However, most young children can understand the difference between good and bad behavior, and this understanding provides the basis for more complicated moral thinking in the future. Can I continue, madam?
Yeah. No, stop. Thank you. See here, what they're doing, do the right thing. Suppose if they're not doing the right thing, what will happen?
They will punishable. Madam.
So here, the kid is learning the difference between good and bad. How he's learning? Because of the punishment. Okay. Here, suppose if he is doing something wrong, really wrong. Okay. So here he is getting punishment from the parents, even from the society. So immediately he will understand what is right and what is wrong. Suppose if the kids are doing wrong, but still parents are paid good, they are not explaining. Not only that, they are not giving any kind of a punishment. How will they learn? See here kid, see, why in India, whenever people are want to spit, they will spit on the roads. They don't even think, they don't even have the second thought in their mind. They do immediately spitting. Okay. If they want to throw any kind of material, they will throw on the road. They don't care. Okay. Same person, whenever they are going to the other country, like Singapore, any country, apart from India, they don't throw. They don't spit. Why?
There is offense of punishable, madam. There.
Yeah, that's the reason they're not doing. That means we can control the public. We can control, even we can teach from the childhood onward, because you are going to get this punishment. So don't do this. Then only people can understand the things between good and bad. They can understand what is right, what is wrong. Okay, next, yeah, moral rules and social norms. We can read. Renuka.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
By ages 6 and 7, the ability to differentiate between moral rules, social norms, and personal choices matures, and children can take more circumstances and possibilities into account when thinking about the ramifications of different behavior. For example, the child knows that it is not okay to copy her friend's homework, even if she didn't have time to complete her math problems because she was at a social practice, for example, a moral rule. She also knows that even though it won't hurt anyone, giggling with the tickling her sister during a religious service is inappropriate. For example, a social norm. Finally, she can think about the consequences of going outside on a chilly day without a jacket and choose to do so against her father's advice. Anyway, for example, a personal choice. Shall I continue, ma'am?
No, I'll explain.
Okay.
See here, suppose if the mother is not saying anything, if the boy is tickling her in a religious thing, how he will understand these things I cannot do? And not only that, mother needs to teach the son how he needs to behave with a woman. Okay, then only he will understand the good touch and bad touch. Nowadays, yes, schools are taking that responsibility. Most of the schools, they are teaching good touch, bad touch, even for the male and female also, they are telling, they're explaining. So here we need to develop the norms from the childhood onwards. Then only they will understand how they need to behave at the religious places, how they need to behave. Okay, these things they have to understand, and not only that, they need to label themselves. What is a good choice for them? What is a bad choice? Okay, whenever they are taking the bad choice, they are getting the punishable. Not only the punishment, they're into the bad books of others. If you're teaching the social norms and the morals at the childhood, yes, it stays for long. And that's the reason whenever people are into good schools or good environment at the time of childhood, after that, if something goes wrong also, still they will carry the same kind of norms, same kind of things till end of their life. Yeah, continue. Internal and external factors.
While most facts of child development have internal factors, temperament, genetics, and characteristics, and external factors, environmental and social influences. Morality is largely depended through external factors. Children's environments exerts influence on their moral development in many different ways. Adult and peer modeling, family and societal values, religious values and beliefs, and parenting practices can all play a part in shaping morality.
See here, we need to check what kind of internal developments happening, temperament, genetics. See, if grandfather is very angry, okay, father might be anger or not. The grand could, suppose if he got anger from the genetics, okay, impulsive behavior. Whenever the anger is there, yes, they do have the impulsive behavior, impulsive thinking, everything. So here we need to understand how it's going to affect on the social relation, what kind of a social influence they have. Okay, here the morality is developed in a large external factor. Okay, whenever we are understanding the kids, okay, we need to see the family values. We need to check with the society norms. See, boss, we are staying in so and so place. Okay, you have to be good with the other people, else people will ignore you. These are the things we need to educate from right from the beginning itself. Then only they can understand. They will understand the societal values. See, we have a good name in the family, like the society. Okay, you need to take forward to that name. See here what they will understand. Okay, if I do like this, I don't get respect from others. So they will stick to that word and they will try to be the books of others, whether they like it or not. After certain time, what will happen? Yes, it will form like a habit. Suppose right from the beginning, if mother is telling, don't tell lies, telling lies are punishable. Whenever the kid is learning, even at the age of 17, 70 also, he won't lie. Why means he is habituated. Suppose a few mothers, if the kids they're getting the pencils and erasers from the school, they don't ask. They'll say, "No, ma, I forgot and I brought it." Okay, but few mothers no. They will say, "Tomorrow you have to hand over that to the next person. If you don't know the person, hand over to the school teacher or class teacher." Again, they will check the next day the bag and even the box, everything. Suppose if kids have the same thing, they will punish. So here they are learning, they are developing the internal and external factor. External factors in the sense society name, surname, not only that family background, society norms, everything will follow. So whenever you are addressing all these things, yes, people have that kind of a name. Next, direct observation and indirect imitation.
Some moral behaviors are passed on by way of verbal stories or structured lessons, such as religious parables or classroom teaching activities. However, more commonly, moral behavior is learned through direct observation and imitation. Children carefully watch the behavior of their caretakers, other adults, and other children.
See, this one I no need to explain. You know everything. Like whenever kids are observing, they will follow and they do the same thing. Yeah, actually, see, suppose if mother and father is donating a lot of money towards the pool, whenever they're helping, they need help they're doing, then automatically kids will develop that kind of quality. Okay, so what exactly people are doing? Kids have a habit of observing and imitating also others. Okay, that's what Pious is telling. Sorry, Colbert is telling. Next, parenting practice.
Parenting practices and daily discipline have a huge effect on a child's developing sense of morality. Children who receive fair consequences even time they break a rule will learn to connect their choices with consequences.
Okay. This is going to explain whenever they're breaking the rules, they're getting punishment, they don't do. Moral orientation, there's self-oriented morality. Actually, whenever the kid is growing, he have the self-gratification. Not only that, see, whenever the children is they're growing, they do think that I'm so and so. Okay, they always have an identity crisis. If the kid is drawing very well, if he's getting good marks, if he's playing very well on the ground, some cricket match, something like that, they have that morality and they develop their name and they always they have that self gratification. Whatever they're doing, whatever they're thinking, they'll completely into that. Authority oriented morality. We already discussed it. Whenever the people are giving the punishment, yes, they will accept and they will try to follow the society norms. Collective oriented morality. Actually, it's completely depends on the override individual interest. But yes, most of the time they follow the peer group, the society norms, the society normative culture also they will follow. Okay, objective oriented morality. Here, whenever people are getting into the universal principle that are objective in the sense that they do not depend on the whims. See, suppose killing is not. See here, suppose if someone born in right now, like in what we call Ukraine and Russia, okay. So for them, killing is not sin right now. That means whenever you are seeing your enemy, you have to kill because it's going war. Suppose if the atmosphere is like that for next 2, 3 years, kid will learn the same thing. So here, objective-oriented mentality will form depends on your society norms. See, for them, crime is very less. Okay, suppose someone is there in Tibet or Bhutan. Okay, for them telling lies. Not only that, if you are answering with a louder voice, also it's a crime. They will get offense. Why he is telling me like this? So here, objective-oriented morality. It depends on the society group. People will develop their morality. For them, yeah, they don't do like that. Whenever they're in angry mode also, they may give less answer, less words, but they don't raise their voice. For them, it's like a big crime. They never ever raise their voice. Whatever communication is there, they communicate with the low voice. Thank you, something like that. But suppose in our society, it's nothing wrong. If you are in anger mode, yes, you can communicate with the louder voice. That means you are saying you're opposing the other person. So you want to show it in your voice. So it's completely depends on the objective oriented morality. Okay, so it depends on the place to place to change. Now Pygot views. Yeah, someone can read.
According to Pygot's original formulation, children between the ages of 5 and 10 years see the world through the lens of a heteronomous, that's other-directed morality. In this moral understanding, rules handed down by authority figures, such as parents, teachers, and government leaders, are seen as absolute and unbreakable. Basically, children accept that authority figures have godlike powers and are able to make rules that last forever, do not change, and must be followed. Children's reasoning regarding why these rules should be followed is generally based squarely upon their appreciation of consequences associated with breaking the rules. As breaking the rules tends to lead to negative personal consequences, most children follow the rules as a way to avoid being punished. Should I continue, ma'am?
Yeah, continue.
Children's appreciation of morality changes towards the end of middle childhood as a result of their recently developed ability to view situations from other people's perspectives. As children develop the ability to put themselves into someone else's shoes, their appreciation of morality becomes more autonomous and less black and white and absolutist in nature. Piaget called this expanded appreciation a morality of cooperation. Starting at about age 10 or 11 and continuing through adolescence, children will have generally begun to view moral rules as socially agreed upon guidelines designed to benefit the group. Children using this frame of reference still feel that it is important to follow rules, but these rules are viewed as complex, somewhat negotiable guidelines that are meant to improve everyone's life. Children realize that making choices about following the rules should be based on something more than fear of negative personal consequences or desire for personal gain. Decisions affect everyone and can benefit and or hurt everyone. According to Piaget's, children between the ages of 5 and 10 see the world through a heteronomous morality. This heteronomy results from two factors. The first factor is the young child's cognitive structure. According to Piaget, the thinking of young children is characterized by egocentrism. Young child is unable to simultaneously take into account their own view of things with perspective of someone else. This egocentrism leads children to project their own thoughts and wishes onto others. It's also associated with the unidirectional view of rules and power associated with heteronomous moral thought and various forms of moral realism. Moral realism is associated with objective responsibility, which is valuing the letter of the law above the purpose of the law. This is why young children are more concerned about the outcomes of actions rather than the intentions of the person doing the act. Moral realism is also associated with the young child's belief in immanent justice. This is the expectation that punishments automatically follow acts of wrongdoing. One of the most famous cases of such childhood thinking was that of the young boy who believed that his hitting a power pole with his baseball bat caused a major power blackout in the New York City area.
Yeah. Stop. Thank you.
Sure.
See, what is Pigot telling? Anybody can explain? What you understand?
It's like not one particular way, ma'am. It can be two ways.
Yeah.
That's why it's called as heteronomous.
Heteronomous, yes. So here, how they're learning, such as parents, teachers, and government leaders, and they do develop on their own the reasoning, how to form the rules and everything, and how to break the rules. What is the things? What is the association breaking the rules? Okay, whenever they're breaking the rules, what is the negative consequences they have to face? Okay, these are the things they are learning at the same time. What they are learning here? Rules as a way to avoid being punished. They are also searching for the how to avoid the rules and without having any kind of a punishment. That is what Mr. Pigot is telling. See here, children appreciation of morality changes towards the end of middle childhood. Okay, actually most of the kids, yes, they are into self-directed, and not only that, morality is a cooperation. Sometimes even that at the age of 10 and 11 age kids, adolescents, okay, they will think about others. Okay, they know what is the importance of the rules. Okay, they will get into other shoes and see, they can understand the other pain also here. Okay, suppose someone is in pain, they do have the egocentrism from this age also, young child also, but here they will think other shoes and they will understand what's happening. Okay, they will try to help the person. Here at this age, they will form their own moral realism. Okay, see here, suppose if the government is telling something, okay, but the things are different. Here they develop their own law here. Own law in the sense, see, this is wrong towards the justice, but by doing this, we can escape from the law. See, I can tell you one nice example. Suppose if no one is there, even the camera is not there, okay, jumping the red signal is okay for the kids. That is the example, the way they are thinking. Here they're not breaking the law because no one is there. But here they don't get any punished. Why? Because there is no camera, there is no traffic police, no one is there. So they are not observed by anybody. So like this, they will think. Okay. Here they will say, these are all the heteronomous moral thoughts. Okay. Moralism, they associate the object to responsibility. Yes, their objective is they have to go very quickly. So here, what are the things they have in their hand? Whenever there is no camera, there is no police, there is no traffic control, they can do like that. So these are the things they will develop and they do like that. Actually, now they given him an example. In the New York City, one boy, he played with the baseball and the complete place is went to the like powerless. Okay. These are the real situation. So here what they will understand this is wrong. Why this is wrong? Because they are expecting the punishment also. So see, whenever we are discussing about the children, we need to understand two things. Few kids, they have a fear of punishment. Okay. Few kids, they have a fear of punishment of law. Okay. Few kids, they have a fear of peer pressure, like relatives, friends, society, and social norms. So here we need to think how the young children are thinking. What is their social relationship with others? Suppose if their social relationship adults is very good, okay? So they always think about my family. What happened to my family? What happened to my society? What happened to my tribe? See, they will think like that. See, the way people are getting connected with the, the peer thing, they will think like that. They will form the morals based on the thinking. Okay. Yeah, you can read the third para. However, through interactions with other children in the group.
The second major contributor to heteronomous moral thinking in young children is the relative social relationship with adults. In the natural authority relationship between adults and children, power is handed down from above. The relative powerlessness of young children, coupled with childhood egocentrism, feeds into a heteronomous moral orientation. However, through interactions with other children in which the group seeks to play together in a wall, all find fair, children find the strict heteronomous adherence to rules sometimes problematic. As children consider these situations, they develop towards an autonomous stage of moral reasoning characterized by the ability to consider rules critically and selectively apply these rules based on a goal of mutual respect and cooperation. The ability to act from a sense of reciprocity and mutual respect is associated with a shift in the child's cognitive structure from egocentrism to perspective taking. Coordinating one's own perspective with that of others means that what is right needs to be based on solutions that meet the requirements of fair reciprocity. Thus, Pious viewed moral development as the result of interpersonal interactions through which individuals work out resolutions which all deem fair. Paradoxically, this autonomous view of morality as fairness is more compelling and leads to more consistent behavior than the heteronomous orientation held by younger children. In other words, children think that the authority figures, such as parents and teachers, have rules that young people must follow absolutely. Rules are thought of as real, unchangeable guidelines rather than evolving, negotiable, or situational. As they grow older, develop more abstract thinking, and become less self-focused, children become capable of forming more flexible rules and applying them selectively for the sake of shared objectives and a desire to cooperate.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
what you understand, everyone? Here, how they can play, they will understand the rules. Whatever is convenient, they will follow. Okay. Remaining things, they have to decide to cooperate. See, here, kids, they will develop one kind of a cognitive structure from their egocentrism prospect. Okay. Here, whatever the concept they are following, they always try to find a solutions to meet their requirements without bending the law. Okay. Not only that, not even bending, without avoiding the law. They want to be in good books. At the same time, they want to achieve their own things, okay, but without changing their guidelines. So they always search for the shortcuts, what best they can do to achieve their goals without disturbing others. Not only that, without touching anyone's, without bending the law also. So here he means to say kids are smart, so they know the laws. See, even nowadays you can see, I don't know whether to discuss in this platform or not. Most of the crimes, like murders and all other things, okay, is done by the kids. Why means here in our Indian law, we have a loophole. Suppose if the kid is minor, law is not applicable. So whenever the crime people are there, they will approach these kids. So they will use the loophole of the law. That's the reason, even for the begging, children trafficking is there. Now it's stopped. Now we can't see any kind of children, street children begging on the roads. Okay, earlier it's there. Okay, because of the children trafficking, they banned. No one wants to give the money to the kids, like because of this children trafficking. What they're doing, they will kidnap the kids, they will use for this. Not only that, even the crime part also. Actually, we don't know, like most of the crimes, people use them like who all are minors. Because as per the law, they don't get more punishment. They will come very fast. So these are the things. Here, even the children, like young kids and children, if they are understanding this kind of law, they will play with the law. They know the loophole, so they will think that. Actually, you can see even the Taj Hotel case also, the person is minor. Even in this case also, that person is minor. So they are not getting that kind of a punishment the way others are getting. So whenever people are understanding this kind of loopholes about the law, yes, they will try to escape. It's not escapism, it's like using the law as per their convenient way. So these things also will happen in the society. Whenever the thing is coming into the crime part. So here they have a desire to cooperate with the society. At the same time, they do use the law as law. For them, it's like, what do you call, umbrella kind of thing. They will cover with the law and they will do. Even the politicians, the people in the society, like, yeah, they do use the same conveniently. Okay. Next, Bandura views. Who wants to read?
But ma'am, 1 second. Like
Yeah.
we come across some children like they are not like we say we can call them as adamant, like they don't want to obey with the rules or oblige with the rules that is set forth, and then they don't have the fear of being punished. So actually, when we're talking about the heteromonism, we said like it's both the ways, like a positive as well as negative. So positive is they'll be appreciated for the good doings, what they are doing. And then negative is like the fear of punishment. Like if they are punished, they will try to do only the good things. Okay, so but then
Yeah.
there are children who are adamant, like who don't want to, even though they have, they get punished, they don't want to follow the rules and do good things.
See, I have a question. Suppose if the kid is getting, the kid is beating by father and mother every day, day in, day out, at the age of 12 years, okay? For
Okay.
small things also, he's getting big punishments.
Okay.
Is he have any kind of a fear towards the punishment?
No.
Suppose with the parents and the peer pressure, peer people, every day they are scolding him, okay, in abusive language. Will you worry about any kind of a things, means any kind of hesitation to use the same words with anyone?
No, he'll not.
Why?
Because like every day he's used to it, and then he feels that he lacks love actually from parents,
Yes,
and he's
he
not,
lacks
instead
love.
of being corrected, he's simply being punished.
Yes, you're right. See, even whenever the woman see abusive people are abusing women, who all are killing the people. They don't know how to treat well. So they are thinking this is the right thing to do. So the way they are doing the things, most of the time they don't know if they did a crime also. They're thinking like I did like this. So because heat of the moment I did. What's wrong in that? They're not even understanding they don't have any right to abuse the next person. It might be a physical, it might be a verbal. They don't know. So government is giving punishment. Yeah, okay, let them give. What's wrong? I'll stay for 6 years or months. They're giving nice food and everything. I will enjoy and come back.
Yeah.
Let me live my life the way I want.
Okay. Yeah.
So whenever they don't know what is they are doing wrong, then there is a point to discuss about. Why, what happened to the kid towards the society, why he built that kind of characteristics, means only because of his peer pressure, like society, the way parents behaved, the way society is behaved with them. He'll move like that. I think nowadays everyone is crazy about the KGF movie. In that KGF movie also, the person is very wild. Didn't get any kind of a proper love from anywhere. So they don't know. Even if you see the crime rate, when crime rate will improve, only these are the factors. So they always find the reasons how to escape from the law. That's the reason kids are very smart. Even if you see most of the time, like the terrorist, they will bring the kids. They will show all the painful stories. See, this is the thing you are, it's happened with you. So take the revenge. For them, it's nothing wrong. From their prospect, they are right.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Now we'll go back to our next theory, Bandura's views. You can start reading from the family. What are the things family, how they develop? Actually, whatever we discussed right now, it all comes in this only, Bandura's. Yeah, you can read Bandura family. Who is reading?
Okay, nobody is
Okay,
reading,
fine.
ma'am. I'll continue. Okay, factors affecting
Yeah,
moral development in childhood. Family. Family plays an important role in a child's moral development. His first initiation into the mysteries of the good and the bad is through his parents' acceptance or rejection of his various actions. The actions which are approved by the parents are regarded as good, and those rejected by them are regarded as bad. The truth remains that the foundations of a child's moral development are laid in the family. Then school. School too plays an
Yeah,
important role in forming
discuss.
moral concepts. Should I continue, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
You just stop. See here. In Bandura's trees, family is giving a lot of importance. Okay. Why he's giving a family for children is actually this is the initiation into the mysteries of the good and the bad. So here, whenever the family is committed, okay, suppose if the kid is done something wrong, family, everyone is opposed. Don't do this. Okay, if the punishment is very high, if they're not giving any kind of support, he never ever repeats that mistake. So here in Bandura's views, family can do the correction. Means family is playing a vital role at the time of moral development. That's what he's explaining. Okay, go ahead. Next to school.
School too plays an important role in forming moral concepts. The child is influenced by the notions of the good and the bad as a result of his relationship with his classmates, teachers, and senior students. The propriety of his moral behavior depends to a great extent on his learning. Children accept many things which they see their seniors doing in the school. Most of what has been learned at the mother's knee is rejected. The teaching of moral science and a program of moral education go a long way in the moral development of children and adolescents.
See, suppose in school, if teachers started teaching them how to make bombs, how it's effective? Suppose teachers started it, this is also one education, please start learning. Suppose if teacher started giving punishment, okay, he started lying, she started giving some kind of a punishment. Even the class teachers also, they started avoiding and everything. Okay, here the kid is missing the presence of the other students. Whenever he wants to play, he's not having any friends. Okay, here the kid can develop in two ways. He can get into the revenge mode, he can get into the he should learn. So here, if the teacher is not getting into the offensive mode of the punishment, see here, we have two things. Positive reinforcement, negative reinforcement will come into the picture. Whenever we are discussing about the schools, even the parents also. See, positive reinforcement means, suppose if you get good marks, okay, I'll give you this chocolate, I will give you this book, or I will buy you something for you. This is, you are showing some good things to him and you are motivating him to do the things. Again, we'll go back to the negative reinforcement. So if not this kind of marks, I'm going to punish you. I'll beat you. Immediately by seeing the progress report, okay, immediately the parents, teachers, most of the time parents will beat the kid. Okay, suppose teachers also, hey, got less marks, get out of my class, get into some section. Okay, actually nowadays the schools have the passion. A session, B session, C session. Whoever gets low rank, they will get into that rank, that group. So here, other kids, they will treat them as, oh, these people belongs to some class. They have stamp. So they have that pressure. They need to work hard towards their education, not to get into that group. So here, the pressure is very, very high for them. So these are the things it influence on the kids. So whenever the kids they're studying, they always have a mark. No, I have to give myself 100%. Otherwise, people will treat me the other way. So here, even the schools also, they will treat the kid like they will explain the students, do this. You belong to this school, so you have to be like this. You belong to this school, this class. Okay. Means they will create some kind of a social norms. They will set some standards of the school and class. So if they are coming, even the moral also, they will set some kind of. See, suppose if you did something wrong, school name will spoil. So don't do that. See, here you have the pre-pressure from the school also. Even the relationship, the total, like a teacher and friends relation, even the teacher with the students, friends with the students, even the school bonding, these are all comes into the picture whenever the moral development is happening. Next, peer group. Children are always in search of suitable companies for play. They're influenced by, suppose if they started playing with the street boys, okay, they're not going to school, where they don't follow anything. Here, what the kid will learn, same thing. That's the reason with whom they are playing, the kids. It's very important. Peer group pressure also there. Peer group influence also there at the time of developing the morals. Next, society and culture. We already discussed. The way individual is growing, the way individual person is belonging to the society, it completely affect on the society also. Even the people are uncivilized societies, yes, they don't follow the norms, they don't follow anything. The way they behave, they do the same things. See, it's not their issue. Depends on they don't have the kind of thing like facilitates. So because of that, they're doing. But still, society and culture also plays a role. Age also it matters. Age is an important factor in forming moral concepts and moral behaviors. Suppose if the tolerance level is very good at the age of 6 to 10 years or 11 years, okay, he developed the tolerance level much more whenever he's growing. Suppose if the tolerance level is very less, even at the school age, okay, he can't take anything. So he don't accept the rejection. Depends. So whatever the age, whenever we are teaching a moral standard, we need to finish these things before 10 years of the kid. And gender also. See, in some genders, if the man is doing that mistake, it's okay. See, you can see the thing like whenever people are coming to the end, are coming, they will ask the girl to go and bring water, go and talk to everyone. Why they are not teaching the same thing to the boy? It's not good for him or what? See, they never ever say, hey, go and bring water, go and see the things. Nowadays, people are doing, but still, most of them know. In some areas, they don't care.
They are showing the gender discrimination, madam, there. because of their illiteracy,
So we need to
because of
see
their
that also. That effect also will be there. Not only that, see, everything they will say, see, we have to take care of women and all. Whenever the man is getting anger, he will immediately slap the wife. Same thing he will do. Even the boy, whenever he gets anger, he will slap the sister. Okay, even he do it the like same behavior with the outside also. So these things we need to take care. That's what Bandura is saying. Bandura is giving a lot of importance to the family, school, age, and their gender, and the social development in Banduras. They develop language skills. Yeah, here whenever the children interacting with more and people, whenever they started practicing more, yes, they develop the communication skills very well. Not only that, they learn different languages. It completely depends on the environment and self-esteem. Actually, whenever the children is pride, okay, whenever they have excitement in their life events, not only that, even the way they are experiencing things. Yes, these people have great self-esteem. Okay, suppose if the children have a lot of pain at home, lot of issues at home, they don't have that kind of self-esteem. Okay, they are always in because they are not in the healthy circle. That's the difference between the people. Like whenever people are in a healthy atmosphere, yes, self-esteem is very high. The strength and learning skills, even the communication skills also. The social development plays a role. Not only that, whenever the classmates are saying something, they will experience the different things. Not only that, suppose if any kid, because of the he have the less social skills to learn new things. Okay, less cognition skills. Okay, suppose if the people are not cooperating, again he will experience in the academics also. That's also impacts on him to resolve the conflicts. Stronger self-esteem and better language skills can ultimately lead to the better ability to resolve the differences. Things we can understand. The established positive attitude. See, whenever the people are getting into the relationship issues, they need to develop a social great, we call things like with the people, positive skills. Whatever happening, if someone did the mistake also, we need to understand why they did. We need to understand the personality. So if the person have a lot of high self-esteem, they will start understanding the others. If the person have low self-esteem, see, these people behave like this, why should I do the way I want? Sometimes if the person's tolerance level is done, yes, again they'll behave in the same manner. So this is all about your viewers. Okay, I think we are done with the second unit. Next week we'll start the third unit. If you have any doubts, you can ask me, or else I'll bind up.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Andy. Chalo then, bye. See you in the next week.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Hey, bye.
Oh.